Welcome back, Romantic Home family, and welcome if y'all are new. I am Olivia Flavia's Romantic Home, and in today's video I am so excited to share with you guys some DIY Dollar Tree and budget-friendly Christmas in July / fall decor crafts. That's right, we're doing a hybrid in between Christmas here and fall down below my Christmas tree, painting some pumpkins pink and just doing some other fun crafts. If you guys love to craft and decorate on a budget, consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. It's totally free, and pop over to my Olivia's Romantic Home DIY Facebook page where I share daily crafting inspiration with you all. Stay to the end for a fun little daily devotional. And without further ado, let's go ahead and plug in those glue guns, get out your glitter and paint, and let's get to crafting. Okay, sweet friends, it was 105 degrees today, so you know it. I'm going to go outside and start painting some pumpkins pink. I already have some of these pink ones, but I decided to give them a little bit of a refresh. I'm also going to paint some of these Hobby Lobby pumpkins, and it hurt my heart just a little bit to paint over the copper and the basket, but I am using cotton candy pink. It is my favorite pink spray paint by Rust-Oleum, and you guys, once I had this finished, I was not sad about it at all, because here's the thing, when I have the same decor and I use it every year, and I've had these pumpkins for almost 5 years, and the only way for me to give them a new look is to paint them or add flowers to them. And so I thought, you know what? We're just going to go for it. We're going to make a whole pink pumpkin patch. It's my favorite color, so why not? I recommend having 2 bottles of spray paint though, because it took quite a bit and they came out so cute. I also painted the little stems this metallic gold, and I already had all of this in my craft stash. Honestly, I thought about painting them white, but I just thought, you know what, we're already in it. I'm just going to use the colors I already have, and pink, cotton candy pink, was the color I most have been buying up the most of, and that's what I had in my craft stash, so that's what I went for. Here's how they turned out, you guys. They look so extra adorable, especially with that gold metallic spray paint. I went ahead and dug out all of my Christmas ornaments and thought, you know what, we're going to create a pink Christmas tree. And I'm zip tying them on because I want to be able to move this Christmas tree into my house once my daughter goes off to college, and I don't even think I'll be able to wait that long. And she doesn't care anymore this year. She's like, Mom, just move it inside. But used to, I remember she said, just wait for me to go off to college until you decorate a fall Christmas tree. So anyway, we can make fall Christmas anytime we want in our homes. Now this is a bow I also had left over from last season. This is one of those $5 Five Below bows. It's not as big as I need really for this tree. You guys know I do super huge bows, but let's try it out and just see how it looks. Also, I need your help. Should I go ahead and continue decorating this tree with bows and ribbons and more pink? Let me know in the comment section below. And I was trying out a couple of different bow ideas. I didn't know if I wanted to stagger them, but I ended up just doing 2, 1 on each side. So super easy. They just have little clips on the back. I would really love to get a hold of some Love Shack fancy bows. I looked on the Pottery Barn website and I didn't see any, but here's how everything is looking so far with my little pink pumpkins. You guys, how adorable are these? Now I need your help. Should I mix in some white ones too? Should I add white into this tree? I feel like we can make it look really like vintage Victorian with some white lacy ornaments, or I don't know. Let me know in the comment section. I want you guys to help me decorate this beautiful pink princess Christmas fall tree. We're kind of doing a hybrid here. We're going for pink Christmas, but then also fall, because I know some of you guys said you needed some pink Christmas inspiration. A lot of these ornaments are hand painted or from Hobby Lobby clearance 2 years ago. I love to go on their clearance when I can get things 90% off, but I do want to add to it, so let me know. I just love also how the light was shining through my little studio window, and I was so thankful for things to be nice and cool because it's so hot outside. I'm just praying for anybody that had to be out in the heat. And I'm also going to share with you guys some more little fun like fall Christmassy DIYs in this video. Start out with one of these Dollar Tree pumpkin signs. You guys should be able to find this at any of your stores, and we're just going to paint it white. Now, this is a tutorial that you all had requested from a Pinterest find, and what we're going to do is just take strips of lace and layer strips of lace, and that's going to create that really beautiful shabby chic pumpkin. I had some larger strips of lace, so I just cut them into smaller pieces, and you could just add the whole strip, or you could cut them into smaller pieces. That's how it looked in the Pinterest picture. I think I had over 1,000 shares on that Pinterest find, so I had to recreate it for you guys. You guys can always let me know if you have requests down in the comment section below. I do love to take requests and do my best to honor them if I can figure out how to DIY different things, or also if I have the supplies already in my craft stash. So basically what I'm doing is I'm just hot gluing layers of lace on top of each other. So they're about 1/4 inch apart, or maybe about 1/2 inch apart. You don't want to stack them too closely on top of each other, because then that gets a little bit too jumbled up. But you do want to give them a little bit of space, but keep them fairly close to where each layer kind of cascades down. Does that make sense? You guys can really dig into your craft stash. Another little tip for this one is to go to your thrift store and just use a curtain. That's actually what I'm using on part of it, is just some curtain tie backs. My sweet friend Arlene, hi, if you're watching, sent me a huge box of beautiful lace curtains. I've been trying to dig into my craft stash and really use what I already have on hand. So this was really the perfect shabby chic project. Again, just continue to layer those lace pieces until you get close to the top. Then you can go out to your yard and find a stick for the handle, or you could just paint the Dollar Tree handle brown. Super easy to do. But on the original Pinterest picture, it did have a more realistic looking brown stick handle. So that's what we're going to do. We're just really going to try to duplicate it and replicate it. Now I cut one more piece of lace to kind of go in and around the top part of that handle, or I keep saying handle, it's not a handle, it's a pumpkin stem. Somebody on Facebook said they thought it looked like a broom, but that's okay. We shabby chic girlies totally know what's up. I'm also adding this darling little jewel from totallydazzled.com. I love Miss Natalie and all her jewels. Here is the final look. It does look kind of like a broom, honestly, but I think it turned out so uber duper gorgeous, super duper gorgeous, and I can't wait to share the rest of the tutorials in this video. Oh my goodness, you guys, I am so excited for a little bit of shabby chic pink Christmas. So for this next tutorial, I'm going to share with you guys how to repurpose and reuse your Amazon boxes. That's right, we're going to turn this trash into treasure. Grab some craft paint. Now I like to use chalk paint when painting boxes because they can be a little dense, and you can also add a layer of Mod Podge first and then paint the box. So I added 2 layers of paint, let them dry out in the sun, and then I'm taking some of this pretty pink ribbon. I actually used some of this last season. It's from Michaels. It is really gorgeous. I got it on super duper clearance. I'm going to take and just hot glue that in and around the top part of the box to create a present. That's what we're making. I probably should have told you guys we're making a faux present. So this is not going to have any kind of gift inside. It's just going to decorate the base of my tree, because what an easy decoration to do is to just paint empty boxes and make them super pretty. But I really like to color coordinate everything, and then when it comes time for Christmas, I'll move the empty boxes out and put the real presents down. So I used 2 pink ribbons crosswise, and then I just cut some tails. I'm going to space my tails a little bit apart and then kind of ruche the ribbon down. As you guys can see, I'm making little loops, and then just hot glue that as you guys go along. Super duper easy peasy. Now the bow is super easy to create. You're just going to take some ribbon and just hot glue it together, then zip tie it in the center to make that little loopy bow, and then hot glue in some roses. I'm using my coffee filter roses because I just think they're so pretty, and I've repurposed and reused them probably for several years now, and I think this present is the perfect place for them to land. It gives that nice pop of pink, but it also looks just really pretty and crafty. Now, I did have one piece of Love Shack fancy paper left over from some crafts I did during Valentine's. I'm going to cut some little tags. Again, these are just fake presents, so you guys can really have fun with it and get creative. But I just thought this turned out so super duper adorable. I made 4 of these. They're going to go underneath my little Christmas tree out here in my studio, but eventually probably be moved into my main living room. I'm trying to hold off until after the bridal rehearsal that's happening at my house to put a Christmas tree in. I don't want people to think I'm too Christmas crazy, so I'm going to keep my trees out here, but if it was up to me, I'd probably already have my tree in my living room. Anyway, fun and fabulous and so budget friendly. Here is my little cake place where I store all of my beautiful cakes. They're in my Livy's Romantic Home Etsy shop. I have been selling some of them, so thank you to everybody that has purchased a fake cake. I love you guys so much, and I'm so thankful for you guys just watching this video. I'm thankful that you're here. Welcome to Livy's Romantic Home. Friends, family, we are family here. Okay, now let's paint some pumpkins because I had these pumpkins floating around in my craft stash, and you guys know I told you that I really want to repurpose and reuse everything that's already in my craft stash. And sorry if my voice is getting a little bit hoarse, I guess. I mowed my grass last night and I'm super allergic to whatever is floating around. So imagine me waking up this morning very, very sniffly, and my already kind of sniffly voice is going to be just a little bit snifflier. But I'm going to take a break tomorrow and just try to relax and do some fun things. I'm going to do my yoga, go work out a little bit, run some errands, go grocery shopping. And then, okay, so once I had my pumpkin painted, you guys use any craft paint. I'm going to take some Elmer's glue because I don't have any Mod Podge left in my craft stash. Imagine that. But I had that big bottle of glue, and I don't think that you need Mod Podge to add glitter. I think Elmer's glue is going to work just fine. We'll see how it endures. But I have all these little pumpkins floating around in my craft stash. I'm like, you know what? Let's make a shabby chic fall Christmas tree. What do you guys think? Does that sound crazy? Is it going to look weird? As long as I get enough pumpkins, and then maybe I could just add in some bows. But I'm going to add a generous layer of my Elmer's glue and then sprinkle it with fairy dust. Glitter. So they have big giant things of glitter at Walmart. Ugh, don't look too close because my pumpkins have seen better days. You guys know I repurpose and reuse nearly everything. So here I'm just going to add a generous layer of glue. I'm even going to repurpose some of the glitter as it falls off. I'm going to pick it back up and sprinkle it on our fairy godmother pumpkins. That's what we're going to call them. And you guys paint your pumpkins any color. You don't even have to paint them if they're a pretty fall color. Just use some fall color glitter or whatever you have on hand. Loads of glue and glitter make me so happy. Okay, you guys, I also added some glitter and some gold glitter and glue to the stems of my pumpkins. These pumpkins got so bedazzled and glammed up, and they just made my heart so happy because they look so sparkly and pretty. And I haven't played with glitter in such a long time, but look at how pretty. I hope you guys can see
how sparkly they look. If you guys were here, I would invite you over for tea and we could decorate this fall tree. I need to get it done. I just feel terrible having an empty Christmas tree in my studio when I have so much stuff. Okay, Benji Bear was dying to go for a walk. All the puppy dogs were out in their yard and he could not be left out. He had to go and do his thing. You know, Benji Bear, he is so funny, you guys. He is ready to roll and has been really enjoying his changeover and his new food. I'm really excited because he looks forward to breakfast and dinner now, and he's just excited to eat. He eats all the food in his bowl, and yeah, I'm just really thankful for all the good times that I've been able to have with him, all the fun little walks, and he kind of has like a new sass and improved attitude, I feel like. I don't know if it's the new food or just the nicer weather, but Benji Bear wants to say hi to all his kitty cat and puppy dog fans out there. Now listen, you guys, I'm getting another round of blooms on the roses in my backyard. I don't remember if I shared with you guys. I did share with you guys how big and pretty it got in the spring, and then something got on it and I had to cut it completely back. It was so sad. I cut it all the way back down to the ground, and it's just now really blooming back out again. And look at how big it's already gotten. It's a lot healthier because there were too many branches crossing over, which you're not supposed to let your rose bush branches cross over. That's a mouthful. But look how pretty. I think they're so pretty in fall. They're just, and these smell so good. They smell like a true rose. I think they might be a tea rose, but I just had to share that with you guys because I've been talking to you about how during fall in nature, my roses still bloom. So there's still pink flowers. And then look, my maple tree looks like fall. So we can have pink in the fall, guys. It's okay. People lose their minds over it, but really, it's happening in nature where all of our pretty fall colors have so many different fall vibes. So anyway, now our trees will change later on in the year, and it'll be this beautiful show, and I'll definitely share with you guys how that looks.
So thank you all so much for joining me on another fun and fabulous crafting and decorating adventure. It's such a true blessing and honor to have each and every one of you all here. For those of you all that are new, welcome. I'm Olivia's Romantic Home. I'm a DIY crafting mama, and I love to share with y'all how you can have a boutique gorgeous home on a budget. I truly believe you don't have to break the bank to have a fabulous, amazing home. I am so excited, you guys, to have my Christmas tree up and have it starting to be decorated. I also think I want to fill in with some pearl cream colored ornaments. Wouldn't that be pretty? And then some roses. So just kind of taking it step by step instead of forcing myself to have it all done in one day. So I hope you guys are taking it life step by step. And speaking of step by step, let's jump into the daily devotional. I decided to pop back into our devotional from last season, and this is life and peace. You can rest assured that as you seek my will for your life, I will always guide you into the things of the Spirit. I will guide you into what is best for your future, and knowing that can give you peace. I want you to fully enjoy life, but I also want you to live according to my will, which yields to you every good and perfect thing. You must be careful to walk by the Spirit, not by the flesh. Living accordingly to your flesh will cause you to lose your peace, because living with the flesh separates you from my Spirit. And you can't have peace when you're separated from me. Know that your old fleshly nature is constantly at war against the Spirit within you. You must constantly bring your flesh under control of the Spirit by living according to my word. Set your mind to abide in me and listen carefully to my voice, and yield your own will to my own. Pray continually that you will obey me. Ask me to reveal your shortcomings so that you may repent and live to the full with joy and in peace. The mind governed by the flesh is death, but the mind governed by the Spirit is life and peace. And that's Romans 8:6. So setting our mind to abide in the Lord is such a wonderful thing. It can be hard at times, especially if we're going through something hard. But I just want to encourage you to continue to take each step of faith. Listen to your praise and worship music. Show up for your church and your ladies' Bible studies. Plug in. That helps out so much. And when you're feeling down in the dumps, reach out to somebody and help somebody else. It always makes me feel better. So I hope this helps you guys. I love you to the moon and back. And until our next video, be kind to yourselves. Be kind to one another. I'll talk to you guys very soon.